Okay, and this lesson was about function notation. So just to review, functions versus non-functions. So this is a map of a function. So a map just tells you what numbers, when you put the input in, what would come out. So the first one is an example of a function because all of the numbers you're putting into the function come out with unique answers. So just because 4 and 5 both equal 8, there's no 4 that equals a different number than 8 or a 5 that equals a different number. The second example is not a function because if you notice the 5 equals both 4 and 7. So one number from the input can't equal two different outputs. These are examples of ordered pairs functions. So a function, all the numbers, the x values are different and they have different y values. For not a function, the two 4s have different y values and the two 5s also have different y values. So that makes it not a function. A table example, so a function, each one of the x's has its own unique y. For not a function, there's a 1 that equals 2 for y and a 1 that equals 5, which makes it not a function because each x value has to have a unique y value. And then graph examples, we use a vertical line. The first one, the vertical line, if I moved it straight through, it would never touch more than 1 point. The second one, it touches 2 points right here. And then the third one, it touches 2 points, and it makes these two not functions. All right, the next thing is function notation. This is just basically a fancy way to write a function. So instead of writing it y equals 5x plus 2, we write it f parenthesis x, or we say f of x, 5x plus 2. Okay. So here's an example of a function notation. So we have f of x, that's the name of the function. X is the input value, what we're replacing x with, and the function was 3x plus 2. So if we say f was of 2, which means that the x value is 2, we plug in 2 and get 6 plus 1 equals 7. And then for the second one, it should be negative 11, but negative 12 plus 1 is negative 11. Another example is f is the name of the function. X tells you, this tells you what x is the input and then tells you what the function does. In this case, this function multiplies 2 times whatever x is. All right, for example, if we had this particular function, we have h of n where it equals 3n. So if we were to find h of 6, we would just rewrite it as h of 6 equals 3 times 6. Since 3 times 6 is 18, h of 6 equals 18. For 2, g of t equals 3t plus 4. If t is negative 3, we would say g of negative 3 equals 3 times negative 3 plus 4, which is negative 9, plus 4 is negative 5. So g of negative 3 equals negative 5. Problem 3, w of n equals negative 2n minus 2. Find w of 9. So w of 9, we replace n with 9. So I get negative 2 times 9 minus 2. Negative 18 minus 2 is negative 20. So w of 9 equals negative 20. W of x equals negative 3x minus 4. So find w of 7. So w of 7 equals negative 3 times 7 minus 4. So negative 21 minus 4 is negative 25. So w of 7 equals negative 25. So the next example, which is a lot of times how you'll see this, gives you several functions. So we have a g of x, an f of x, an h of x, and a j of x. So A wants us to find g of 10. So g of 10 is equal to negative 3 times 10 plus 1. So negative 30 plus 1 is negative 29. F of x is x squared plus 7, so we do f of 3. We're going to do 3 squared plus 7, so 9 plus 7, which is 16. So f of 3 equals positive 16. H of negative 2, so we have h of negative 2 equals 12 over negative 2. 12 divided by negative 2 is negative 6. So h of negative 2 equals negative 6. In the next example, we're doing j of 7. So j of 7 equals 2 times 7 plus 9, 14. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 9 is 23. And then E and F are a little different. We have to work backwards. So it told us g of x equals 16. So that means we replace the g of x with 16. So we get 16 equals negative 3x plus 1. We subtract 1. I get 15 equals negative 3x. Divide by negative 3. So negative 5 equals x. And then F, find x if h of x equals negative 2. So that means that we have negative 2 over 1 equals 12 over x. So I'm going to cross multiply and get negative 2x equals 12. Divide by negative 2. So x equals negative 6.